Hey everybody, and welcome back to Fearless Training here with myself, Alexander Connor, where it's all about health, fitness, well-being and balance. And this is the how-to series, and today we're going to be looking at, yes, the bench press, International Chest Day. Very important, as it's commonly known. We're going to look at the main features of the bench press. We're going to look at the advantages, the benefits, and maybe some of the drawbacks which you can avoid. So just make sure that you avoid a little bit of injury and get the maximal performance out of the exercise. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to go through some key points. I might voice over because the music's a little loud, and I'm going to show you how to get the most out of your bench press, guys. So let's do it. Okay everybody, here we go. So I did decide to voice over because the music was a little bit loud this evening. So what I like to do when I start off with bench press, and what I recommend, is that you definitely warm up properly. Now, aside from foam rolling and stretching out, which is probably a video for another time, you should be doing that at the start and probably in between as well, just to maximize performance and again avoid injury. I like to start off, as you can see here, just with the bar. This is a really good recommendation because it lets the body know, hey, I'm ready to work out. It gets the muscles filled with blood, and you can really just get your form in. I've also found that with warming up, you have a more successful weight training session in terms of the load and the volume that you work through the muscle group. Whereas if you try and go heavy straight away, not only will you cause injury, but it just doesn't seem to work so good. It's kind of like asking your car to go top speed, maximal performance without warming it up, really. So always warm up. I do about 30 or 40 of those just to get the blood in the muscle. Okay, so I'm putting a little bit of weight on the bar now. I'd recommend going up usually in increments of 10, but I was already warm at this stage, and I really just want to show you how this exercise should be performed, and just so you can get a really good view of it with a little bit of weight on the bar as well. Let's start off with grip. Now, we'll put the key points up on the screen at the end. With your grip, you want a neutral grip, okay? So you don't want to be too wide and you don't want to be too close. If you're too close, you're going to be activating your triceps, and if you're too wide, you're going to be activating more your shoulders. Now, these muscle groups are going to come into play anyway, but you want to isolate the chest as best as possible for maximal growth. So for yourself, you want to have your arms just a little bit wider than shoulder width. For me, that's not too wide, and you want to make sure the bar displacement, that's where it comes down, is just on the nipple line, and when you raise the bar up at the top of the movement, it should be above the nipple line. So there is a slight angular movement that is just in contour with the body, and we have found that that will give you the best performance. Okay, on to the next key point, guys. So let's keep it as simple as possible. The next key points would be your feet and your footing position. So you should be pushing through your heels. You want a 90-degree angle, or if not, slightly backwards. You don't want to be having your feet forward, so you're pushing through your feet at a opposite angle to your actual bench press. So you want to be pressing up with your heels, up through your body, and up through the bar, so you are aligned in all movements. You want a slight arch in your back, which you can see here. Now, you don't want to be rainbowed over the bar in powerlifting style. It's not good for longevity, and you may lift more weight, but it's not going to be the best for muscle performance and size, and it's going to give you a few troubles in your lower back if you continue on that way as well. So as you can see, just a little arch in your lower back. You want to pinch your shoulder blades together, which will pop your chest further out, and that will help you isolate your chest for maximal activation and performance. There's just a few stretches I like to do here in between my sets. I thought I'd just throw them in just for the fun of it to show you what I do. A couple of things you can do just to keep the blood moving. They're not 100% necessary, don't go crazy with them, but I do like to stretch in between my sets. I find it helps me perform better, avoid injury, and it just keeps the blood in the muscle, guys, too. So feel free to do this as well. So they are the major key points. So I'll pop those up on the screen very soon. If you do have any questions, guys, remember to
just comment in the box below if you have any opinions as well. Remember, this is all from my experience, my learning so far, my studies from other people. This right here, actually, I like to warm up I usually do these at the start, the shoulder girdle. A lot of people have shoulder injuries. It's about 1 in 2 people. If you want to avoid this is a nice little exercise I learned from a good friend a while ago, and it really just warms up the shoulder joint as well. And definitely when you're doing chest, you're going to be using your shoulders, so a great one to throw in. So let's just recap and have a look at the key points for this bench press exercise. Okay, so guys, to recap, let's talk about, remember, the hand position. You want a good hand position, not too wide, not too close. Foot position should be 90 degrees, pushing up through the heels, parallel. Bar position should be a slight displacement coming below the nipple line, coming back up above it, straight up and down through the chest. And back position, a little bit of an arch, but not too much. Don't want to be rainbowed, just enough to engage the chest. Those are the main key points, guys. I'm not going to go into too much detail about everything else because I want to keep it simple at this stage. Implement those key features and I guarantee you'll have a better bench press with better results. Thank you again for watching. Please give a comment if you've got something to say. It's all about sharing the knowledge. Stay positive and give me a like if you like the video, and remember to subscribe for much more information about health and fitness, anything related to that. There's going to be some much more exciting things coming in the future too. So guys, as always, stay fearless, and I'll be speaking to you in the next video.